Hi everyone, checking in after nipple tattooing number 3. I'm not showing you pictures. I'm wicked tired. I'll give you the play-by-play of what today looked like. So my appointment was at 1. Again, this is the third time that I've been going there. You can rewind to the other ones. Maybe I'll make this into a playlist or something. The last time that I went, where are we? Tomorrow's July 1st. So the last time I went was more than 2 months ago, because normally they have you come back after 6 to 8 weeks. But I had to fly out, and I had stuff going on. Hold on, I'm gonna lift this up a little bit. So I couldn't go there when I was supposed to, but which is fine. So excuse me. So today was supposed to be like a touch-up kind of thing. In the past 2 appointments, this is like crooked, whatever. In the past 2 appointments, once the blood starts rushing enough to the like nipple area from all the hubbub from the tattooing, it's hard to see like the natural color that it's supposed to be. So she pretty much has to stop. My appointments, including today's, have been like an hour. Oh, fuck. See, real time. This is why I do these. Oh. Hold on. I gotta make a concoction of pillows here. To support the ladies. They've been like an hour and a half long, including today's. The first one takes the most time with like measuring, but I don't want to like spend too much time on that because you can just rewind and watch that vlog. And hopefully you can hear the audio okay. So today I took a shower this morning, like washed my hair. I don't wash my hair like more than twice a week, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to shower for, or at least wash my hair for a couple days. So I did that. I shaved like legs and armpits again because I don't know when I'll be able to comfortably shower, to be able to bend and do those things. And it's the summertime and I don't want to have hairy pits. I also use Cetaphil soap on my boob area because there's no like perfumes or dyes or whatever in it. And it's pretty standard. Holy fuck, this child that lives above me is so fucking loud. I have to like put a noise complaint in again. So yeah, so I use Cetaphil soap. That's what I use like post the procedure or after the procedure too. The last 2 times because it's very gentle. All right, so that was then, and then at 12, and I had to do this last time too. I have my treat bag so I can show you. They gave me, I didn't have this the first time that I went, but I did have it the second time that I went. It's lidocaine and prilocaine cream, 2.5%, if you can see that. I don't know if that's backwards. To put on my boobs before, like an hour before I have the procedure. Because the second time that I went, the first time I went, I was in a lot of pain. But again, you can rewind to that, which is odd because I had not had feeling in my boobs since my double mastectomy, which is almost 4 years ago now that I had it done. So I used rubber gloves, like latex gloves, because I don't want my hands to be numb. And then this time last time I think I just put it around my nipple area. This time, like I put it around my like boob whole area, because the last time, even though I used this, I still felt a lot of pain, mostly on my left side. There was less drama with my left side, so I have more feeling in general on my left side. My right side is where I had my biggest tumor. So last time she had to like do several, like counting on 2 hands, shots of lidocaine in my boob just so I can get through the procedure without like my heart rate like being through the roof. So anyway, so this time I did the same thing where an hour before I slathered this all over my boob area, but I went like more like the pain I was having is mostly up. I don't have as much pain going down towards the bottom. So I put this on, and then she said to wrap myself in saran wrap so that when I put my clothes on, it doesn't like wipe off all the stuff I just put on. It's very difficult to wrap yourself with saran wrap. Good on you if you can do that. So I asked a friend of mine to come over to wrap me, which is, awkward because you have to think of who you want to see the ladies. I haven't had many people see the ladies. It's a hard thing, I think, to see for other people. They get kind of sad because of all the stuff that I've been through. Anyway, so I got wrapped. It's a little funny though at the time, wrapping a friend in saran wrap. Threw on a tank top. So again, I have, oh, you can even see you can even see the squares. That's funny. Do you see the square? That's the Telfa bandage. I'll get to that. So I have a whole bunch of clothes. Again, this is on my prior vlog. I won't go into super detail. That like I have a separate pile of clothes that were like tank tops that I could just, these are from Amazon, so I can just buy new ones. And then I went to Savers to get a bunch of other shirts that I just don't really care about. Because after 3 days, you need to take the Telfa pads off, and then you're just wearing Aquaphor, which is oil-based. So if you just put that on and go about your day, you're going to have big circles, and, that's a little distracting. So I bought a bunch of shirts that I just don't care about. They were very cheap at Savers, and I just had them in a pile. So I didn't wear a bra today, just wore the tank top. Excuse me. And then it's 90 degrees outside, but for whatever reason, I decided to wear long jeans and a hoodie. I don't know. Anyway, so then we drove there and hit traffic because Boston. So what happened? So there was a medical assistant that they asked if she can come in to watch because she like wanted to see, which was interesting. Like it's funny because not haha funny, but when they started, I like flinched or whatever, and she held my hand, and like I didn't want her to hold my hand. Like I don't know who this lady is. Like normally I would want someone to hold my hand if I'm going through pain, but maybe I've just been single too long. I don't know. I guess it depends who the person would be, but like I'm like, I don't want to hold your hand, and I tried to let go of her hand, and she wouldn't let go of my hand, and I'm like, just stop. But I didn't want to upset her. I don't know. She didn't stay the whole time. Anyway, so today, sorry, really tired. So today, when I got there, they have you put a Johnny on, obviously open in the front. I took after the medical assistant left, I took my my top off and stuff, and took the saran wrap off, and then put the Johnny on, but I didn't close the Johnny because then again the lint and stuff would get all over, so I just like left it open like this. And then it's the nurse at Plastics that does these, or does the tattooing. So she came in and she asked me what I thought, and she wants to hear from me first as to what I do or don't like about them. Like I like that she's very open, and like if I don't like something, I have to tell her because I'm living with these for the rest of my life. So I appreciate that she asked me that. So there's a mirror in there. So I stand in front of the mirror, and take a little while to look at your boobs or your nipples before you go in for the tattooing, so that you can, be honest about like what you like or don't like, whether it's the coloring or the size or the location, the location of the areola, the location of the nipple, which way it looks like the nipple's facing. There's so many little things. The outside of the areola, like, is it blended in, or is it just look like one big like poof like sticker? If it's perfectly round, it looks not normal. it's not a pain factor. It's like truly aesthetic as to what you want it to look like. So for her, I said, like, it looks like my right side, my right areola is smaller than my left, but my left is also darker than my right. So she said it might not necessarily be bigger. It's just that because the other one's darker, it looks like it's smaller. So she has this plastic thing that has all circles on it of different sizes. So she literally takes it and measures like the one areola compared to the other one. And I like that she's like all mathematical that way. I'm sweating. Holy fuck. I need to take this off. Ugh. So we talked a little bit about that and told her that I had filled her in on the breast MRI that I had. Ugh. This is just like old times with me shoving shit underneath my armpits to give my arms a break. Oh, what a journey all this stuff is. Anyhow, so we talk for a bit, and then she tells me like what things she wants to work on for the day. So today was today was like fixing and adding detail to the areola. She said it's a choice. Everything's a choice, obviously. But she said she wanted to add, or asked me if I wanted to add, Montgomery glands, I think is what they're called. Those like white bumps that are normally on a nipple. And I said, like, those are normally on a nipple. So if you can do those, that would be great. And that's the texturizing, which I still can't, I'll have to chat GBT it or something. I don't get how, like there's a 3D tattooing, but then there's, when they put the Montgomery glands on, like on a real areola, they're bumpy. So I don't really get how they make it bumpy with using tattooing. Like, I don't get what the material is that makes it bumpy, unless they're like cutting into your skin or something. I don't really get how it works, but that's not a today thing. That'll be in my fourth and hopefully last tattooing. And that won't be till the fall. She wants to wait at least 3 months. And I'm planning on going on vacation around that time. So I asked her if I could just do it after vacation, because I don't want to have any drama before my vacation. And she said that was fine. So she started on my right side. I'm trying to think of what other little things that they do. I don't know. I lay back. I brought AirPods. Bring AirPods. Have some sort of thought about what kind of music or calming sounds you'd want to play in the background. I'm sorry for the snappy. It's just that I'm having some weird sensory stuff. Maybe because I had needles shoved into my nipples, and that's why I'm all sensory. I haven't broken this thing out in like a super long time, but here we are. So yeah, I brought the AirPods. I didn't use them for my right side. My right side has been more numb. I did not need shots, I don't think, in the right side last time. And this time, as soon as she started, the tattooing, I could feel it right away. But not like it wasn't like an uncontrollable pain. It was just like someone sticking needles in you. I don't know. I'd say it's like acupuncture, but I've never had acupuncture. On a side note, I normally take Klonopin anyway, but I did take a Klonopin before my appointment, which I don't usually take a full one in the middle of the day, so that could also be why I'm tired. And I also took 2 Motrin. I am not a medical doctor. That might have been a very poor call. I don't know, but I couldn't remember like what I was supposed to do. Maybe I should watch my own vlogs back. I couldn't remember if there was something more I was supposed to do besides the lidocaine. And I'm like, it's just 2 ibuprofen. Like, what could that possibly do? Again, please don't follow my medical advice because I'm not a doctor. So I was kind of tired going into all of it. And actually I'm starting to get a headache now too. So she started on my right side. Again, which had which had more tumors on it. My biggest tumor was on that side. Uh, and I felt it, but I just kind of breathed through it. And sometimes I did feel it like right where your nipple would be. And when I say nipple, I don't just mean the nipple. I mean like the areola in that part too. But nipple's just a faster word to say than areola. But then I started feeling pain like in between, and then it started kind of moving its way up. As she worked lower on it, it didn't hurt so much, but whenever she did like the upper part of it, like it hurt like up here. So I feel like last time she had to stop early because it just hurt too much and my skin was getting really red. And I think the skin did get a bit red that she had to stop, but for the most part, she got done on the right side what she wanted to get done. And the past 2 times she started on my left side too. This time she started on my right side. I don't know why. So the left side, like I said, last time she like started and saw like what my pain level was and then did the lidocaine shots, and they were small shots, but there were a lot of them because she'd go back in and it would still hurt and blah, blah. I think this time she's like, let's not fuck around. She didn't say that. I'm just saying that. And she said, let's do the lidocaine, but I don't recall it having epi in it last time. And I'm like, what does the epi do? And she said it's again, don't quote me on this, like a beta blocker, so it reduces the amount of bleeding you would have. But I would think having an epi along with the lidocaine could be a large reason why I'm also really tired and out of it. And maybe why I'm having the sensory stuff. I don't know. So she gave me 3 or 4. Like after the first 2, I couldn't feel this. She asked me if I could feel this. I imagined she was putting stuff in, but I couldn't feel it after the first 2. The first 2 were not fun. I'm not going to lie. I'm very open and honest about all this. It hurts to have a needle put in there. Who wants a needle in their boob? It hurts to have the needle put in there. And then when she injects the stuff in, there's like a burny feeling, and she just kind of holds it and just rubs a little bit to have it like spread out. She's a fantastic nurse. Like I'm thrilled to pieces with her. She's like kind with how she does everything. So make sure you have someone that's a good fit for you. So yeah, the first 2 like really hurt, and I just, breathed through it. And before, or maybe it was right after she did that, I can't remember the timing. I'm like, I need to get it might have been actually before she even started. I'm like, I need to get my AirPod out. So I put just one AirPod in. She was on my left side, so I kept this one free so I could hear her. And then I went on the Calm app and put on, well, I can't look because it's on the phone. I put on some like 15-minute song or something that was just like a instrumental kind of relaxy, like angel singing kind of song. Just enough to like get me like, in the zone. So yeah, once the shots were done, I had that going in my ear and she started doing her thing. And honestly, after the shots were in and that pain was done, I didn't feel anything after that. So I was like thrilled that it wasn't painful. Like the last 2 times, like every time she touched it was like, and I'd have like these shooting pains. There was one point, I don't remember if it was when she was doing the shots or I don't recall. At one point, like I started feeling stuff up here, and then I got kind of freaked out because it was like I felt it like up my neck. And given my FMD, I'm like, I don't want to fuck around my neck. Although my left side of my neck is fine. But I told her like I have this like weird feeling around my neck. And again, I think at that point anyway, my boob was like, we've had enough, and the blood starts rushing to it again so much that the coloring is off. Because you don't know if it's the actual color or if it's just like the blood flow, even though it's weird with blood flow because like everything's taken out when you have a double mastectomy. So the whole thing is interesting. So she asked me about the Montgomery glands. I said I definitely wanted to have that done. I tried to ask her to explain how it worked, and I was just like in la la land between the shots and the meds and like everything, and it was just a lot, and I'm like, I'm just not paying attention. Why am I trying to understand it? Like, I'll try to understand it down the road, not now. But in total, like I thought I was there for 20 minutes and I still was there for an hour and a half, which was nuts. So I left. So she gives me my little doggy bag. She puts Aquaphor on. I don't know if you can see that there. You can see the one like white. She puts Aquaphor on, and then she puts these Telfa pads, which I showed on my last vlogs, but I'll show them. So like this is what I mean about watching the shirts that you wear. I don't know if you can really tell so much with this one, but like I don't want to walk around like this because it looks funny to have this like white square, which is why I had the hoodie on. So here's my treat bag. So in my treat bag is my card for my next appointment. Another bottle or tube of the lidocaine, prilocaine for the next time that I go, so I can pre-lube myself. Because it's not just the internal ones, like it does help to have a topical anesthesia on it too. Aquaphor, I still have some left over from before, but she always gives me a new thing of Aquaphor. So you put Aquaphor on, and then a whole pile of these, which are the Telfa pads, that you put like one on each boob after you put the whatchamacallit, the Aquaphor on. So yeah, the Telfa pads show. So you want to just like have some shirts that are, darker that you don't really care so much about. So yeah, she gave me enough for however many days. So I'll go through the instructions again on what to do after, because again, I said to her, like, I'm not paying attention. I'm half asleep at this point. So I'll read through these for you. This is what I got for my plastic surgeon's tattoo post instructions. So it says, gently wash the area using your fingertips with soap and water twice a day for the first 3 days. I usually just like lean over the sink and do it. And again, just using your fingertips, and I use Cetaphil soap. That's just me. Lightly pat with a fresh dry towel and apply a small amount of Aquaphor with a Q-tip. I've seen her just squeeze the Aquaphor onto the Telfa pad, but and apply a fresh Telfa non-stick bandage. You don't want a sticky bandage. That's for the first 3 days, and then days 4 through 10, generally no bandage is necessary. If I'm still, like when you take the Telfa bandage off, the first couple of days, you'll see probably some blood on there too, but also the ink. So it's okay to go like day 4 with having the Telfa pad if you're still seeing stuff come off. It says like day 4 through 10, generally no bandage is necessary. Again, I feel like you have to kind of play that by ear to see what it looks like when you take it off. Allow the areola to dry heal, or apply a very small amount of Aquaphor until healed. I don't want to let my areola dry heal. That's just me, because it's kind of raw. I mean, if you've had a tattoo before, like it's, you're peeling off a layer of your skin. It's like having a sunburn almost. So like, I would rather have the Aquaphor on. The only thing with with putting the Aquaphor on for the, the 10 days or the additional whatever, 7 days, is that if you put Aquaphor on with no Telfa pad, so like picture this, like this is with the Telfa pad. So if you didn't have the Telfa pad and it was just Aquaphor, it would be soaking through this. So you'd have like this, like Vaseline-y circle. Almost looks like when you're like after you've had a baby and your milk comes in and stuff, and like, you hear a baby cry and all of a sudden you start, your milk starts coming out. So again, like I bought shirts. You could look at my last vlog for that. Just cheap shirts from Savers that were like $5 or something each. Although I have to go back because the shirts that I bought were like wintry things, and like I'm not gonna go to work wearing like a hoodie or whatever because it's 90 degrees outside. So I might have to go back, though. In hindsight, I should have done that before, because like I don't know when I'm gonna be driving. I don't know. It's also around the 4th of July, so like I could just work from home, and that way I won't have to worry about it as much. I have the novelty of doing that, and plus it's the summer, so I'm not tutoring just yet for the summer. All right, so, and then no baths or submerging in water for 2 weeks, especially with it like being summer. She wants to make sure I'm not like in a pool, because it will just increase your risk for infection. When showering, place your back to the shower. You don't want like water, like hot water on your raw nipples. No. Do not take aspirin. You may take Tylenol if pain occurs. I remember asking them because I take aspirin normally anyway, but I take the low dose one, and I'm pretty sure that that's fine. I don't recall. I'll have to check in. Some redness is normal the first day because of the procedure of tattooing. If redness spreads beyond the areola or fever occurs, please call the office to avoid infection. That hasn't happened to me. No direct sun. Don't go like nude sunbathing. No tanning beds. No self tanners on pigmented area until healed. I would think that would be common sense. Scabbing and the loss of some ink color may occur at tattoo sites, and this is normal due to the usage of needles at the time of tattooing. I didn't have scabbing the first time, but I did definitely have scabbing the second time. So don't get freaked out about the scabbing. It's just, like I said, like they're doing a tattoo. They're peeling off parts of your skin, not peeling off, but you know what I mean. So it's normal to have scabbing. Just like if you had a sunburn and it would peel, it's the same kind of thing. Don't pull the skin if it's peeling. Just let it do its thing, because you don't want to pull it and then, like, God forbid you make it bleed, and ugh, don't do that. Follow up within 2 weeks, though I already talked to her. I don't have to follow up at that point. And then please call the office if there's any further questions. Call your plastic surgeon's office or whoever is doing it for you. If you have a fever greater than 101 degrees, chills, nausea, vomiting. If you notice signs of infection, which would be redness or tenderness at or pus discharge from your tattoo area, or if you have other concerns. So that's the directions. So another thing too, this is just for me. Like when I had this tattooing, it took like quite a while for them to do it. And I had heard from several people before I got this one. It's not a great idea to have a huge meal. I mean, eat something like earlier in the day, but not a good deal not a great idea to eat a huge meal right before you have the tattooing. Because if you're feeling queasy, like, and you just ate, like, that's a lot on your stomach. So I had like my son power lifts, so I think of like what he does before he lifts. Because I'll have like sugary things. Like I had a banana. I had some like cheese. I had a liquid IV. Staying hydrated is huge. Like make sure you keep drinking a lot. I'm on like my third 20-ounce glass of liquid since I left there. Careful with Gatorade because there's so much sugar in it. I think that was it. And then like after on the way back, I was really hungry, so my girlfriend stopped by to pick up what do you call it? Hibachi chicken for me. So I had chicken, rice, and veggies. And now I'm full and just taking it easy. Oh my gosh, it's already like, what is that, 6:30, 5:30? I don't know. It's late. Days just like whiz right on by. But tomorrow is my my pelvic MRI. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. It won't be nearly as bad as my breast MRI. I'm not looking forward to it just because I don't like that I even have to have a pelvic MRI. But out of all the MRIs to get, that one's not, I think, super bad because you go in feet first, not head first, so at least you can like see stuff around you. So just pray to the heavens that whatever they find is not cancer, and we'll just deal with it as it comes. I'll explain more about that in another vlog. I don't want to talk about that today. Just got to focus on the nipples today, and then tomorrow is whatever tomorrow is. Today is today. All right, I'm going to go back to watching TV. Just want to fill y'all in as to what's going on. I'll probably make this as a playlist, and then I'll put another, sorry. I'll add to it when I have the 4th tattooing done. It's like these residual pains. Like it hurts here. It's not like my chest hurts. Like this part is numb, but the end of the of the nerve, like, you know, if it ends here, like that's where I feel it. And for whatever reason, having like the sensory issues, I don't know if that's because of the shots. Like, I don't know what it's from. I can't try to figure all this stuff out. I just kind of have to go with it. I have a drawer in my room that has like all sorts of sensory things depending on what I need. I haven't needed this in a while, but like I kind of just need this one today. I have a stress ball, somewhere, but it's not a regular one. It's, listen, it's one of these that has like the balls inside. So it's squashy and kind of gross, but it's like hitting the mark of what I need right now. And I'm also going to be eating some popcorn shortly because I just feel like I need to crunch on something. But yeah, I'm laying on my couch right now. I've got pillow under one arm, pillow under the other arm to support here and keep the girls together. And then I'll definitely sleep on my back tonight. Hopefully get a good night's sleep. And then I have my MRI first thing in the morning tomorrow. All right, that's all I got. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Put them in the comments below or whatever. Till next time, bye.